Poor Dana walks in on a conversation about
WFIR News.
That's how we start our Thursday talking about. Good morning, everyone. Facebook Live.
The Paul W. Smith Show. News Talk 760 WJR.
Good Thursday morning to you, or as many would say, Friday's Eve. Right, Annie?
Yes.
It is the 24th of September, the 268th day of 2020. There are 98 days left in the year. Make each and every day count. Each day is a gift. The team. Trust me when I tell you Dick Hafner is here. You just heard him do the news. He's the man behind the black screen, as far as I know. Oh, he's coming back. There he is. Frozen, but there he goes. He's going to change headphones and microphones and be one with us. Dana Clark is here. You can see it's Hat Thursday. It's Hat Day.
Yeah.
Dana Clark, Traffic, Weather, and lots of other stuff. Of course, you see Dick. He's got his hat on. Brian Morton. I presume he has the T-shirt that points both ways saying, I'm with stupid. I'm not sure if he has a hat on or not. Who knows? We're afraid when we finally see him, he's going to have grown his hair out to his shoulders and have fingernails as long as Howard Hughes's fingernails. And some people don't even know that reference. But anyway, so Brian's doing that. Kim is alongside, and of course, our executive producer from her undisclosed location. But now I can say it because it's on Instagram.
Right.
At Walloon Lake, which is really, Ann Thomas, our executive producer, you are seeing why Walloon Lake is one of the Great Lakes of Michigan. I know it's not a Great Lake, but it's one of the Great Lakes of Michigan. Wouldn't you put Torch Lake and Walloon Lake on that top
Absolutely.
list?
Absolutely beautiful area. It should be on our Pure Michigan tour.
I agree.
It's really something. That lake is just gorgeous.
We could stay at Art Tebow's house.
Yes, we could. I saw Art Tebow's house.
Beautiful house on the lake with a ventricular. I think that's what it's called.
It is,
the thing they use at ski slopes and stuff, the thing to go down to the lake from his house that's, way up there. All right. What hat do you have on, Dick? I know.
Worker Awareness Zone.
Oh, that's nice.
That is nice. We need that. That's for sure.
The camo.
We are going to speak to the state police today. They did get the person who killed the worker. Just a terrible story. Those workers are out there helping us. And we already heard the stories about how they get yelled at by people and other stuff. It's just bad. Dana, what is
And then there was another one.
Oh.
There was another work zone problem and accident in Southfield yesterday afternoon.
I had not heard of that one. Your second one? Well, let's face it.
That worker will be okay, but with all the work zones around the area, people have to slow down, and we all know that the drivers are driving faster. They're not driving slower, even through the work zones.
We are lucky there's only been two, given how crazy the traffic is out there. People are going crazy, and it's not just here; it's across the country. It's been from being cooped up. It's from still being, not allowed to do stuff. So work zone awareness. Good for you. Dana, what's your hat say?
My hat says Jerry Maguire in my top 5 favorite movie list.
Yeah, I think
Show me the money.
We just showed that film to, I don't know if it was Sophie or...
Show me the money.
Show me the
couldn't
money.
be Jamie. Jamie had to have already seen it, but that's a wonderful film. That's for sure. Annie Banani? Oh, the Paul W. Smith. That. I've got a Fuente hat on. The cigar from the Fuente family, the Fuente Opus X. And this isn't dirt. This is Carlito Fuente's signature from the famous Cars and Cigars fundraiser that Tom Chalani and Dario Bergamo put together in IMC every year. We didn't do it this year, but we will next year. I promise you that. It is 5:43 on a Thursday morning edition of the Paul W. Smith Show at WJR.
This report is brought to you by Unbound.org. Right now, there are young people across the world facing a tough choice: continue their dream of education or drop out to help their family put food on the table. You can help change their future in a single moment. See how far your support can go at Unbound.org.
And we're checking it for you first thing this Thursday morning, our WJR Traffic and Weather first with Dana Clark.
Traffic First sponsored by Super Car Wash. Want your car to shine? Visit one of Super Car Wash's 11 locations throughout Metro Detroit. Enjoy unlimited car washes at all 11 locations for just $12.95 a month. Super Car Wash features free vacuums and free hand towel drying. Look super, go unlimited today. Good start to this Thursday commute. No accidents, no delays. A reminder about upcoming construction starting tomorrow evening, 94 westbound between 696 and Connor, 8 p.m. All lanes will close until 5 a.m. on Monday. That's in St. Clair Shores. Now, WJR Weather first from the Weather Channel, sponsored by Reamer Floors. Introducing Karastan waterproof luxury vinyl floors now in stock at Reamer Floors. Luxury vinyl floors by Karastan are better than nature intended. Shop from home at reamerfloors.com or shop in store by appointment at Reamer Floors in Bloomfield Hills.
Boy, what a great run of weather. Mild temperatures and dry weather continues right through the upcoming weekend. A few clouds, a clear sky this morning, a few clouds of sun this afternoon. 80-ish. Tonight, some clouds, 55, suburbs cooler. Tomorrow, sunshine near 80, and near or above 80 Saturday, upper 70s on Sunday. No rain through the weekend. From a Weather Channel, I'm meteorologist Ray Stagik on News Talk 760 WJR.
All righty. Thank you, Ray. That's all good news. 58 degrees right now. And good-looking weather the next several days. It really sounds fabulous, matter of fact. So enjoy that while you can. You never know. This could last for another month or two even. Who knows? I'm just hoping and wishing. 5:45 at News Talk 760 WJR. Rush Limbaugh, usually noon to 3 on the great voice of the Great Lakes. And stops by first thing this morning at now 15 minutes away from 6. Good morning, Rush.
California firefighters struggling to get 27 major fires under control. 26 people are dead, including a fireman who perished fighting a blaze sparked by pyrotechnics at a gender reveal party. I thought that was a nudist colony. I thought that's what that was until I was told the truth about it. Anyway, the Bobcat Fire near L.A. has been burning for over 2 weeks, spreading at unprecedented speed through old-growth areas in Southern California. The AP says a lack of firefighting resources caused the rapid spread. 100 firemen sent in to contain it, but double or triple that number should have been assigned. It's way past time for residents of California to question their government, the governor, the Senate, State Assembly. They're all Democrats, and despite warning after warning, forests were not cleared of dead trees and brush due to pressure from environmentalist wackos. And these dead trees and brush are now fueling all these fires. The residents need to ask, why is there no money to properly staff firefighting units? Look at the huge resources spent on other things. The Democrats opened the borders. They declared California sanctuary state. They gave billions of dollars in welfare benefits to millions of illegals. The reason California is burning is because the Democrats who run the state have had lots of priorities other than making sure the citizens are safe. Today, people are paying that price with their lives and their property at gender reveal nudist camps.
Rush Limbaugh, noon to 3 today, right here on WJR. Hey, I need to listen more carefully because I didn't quite get that. Gender reveal nudist camps. What was the first part of that I missed? Does anybody know?
I think he was kidding and teasing, but the idea was that he thought gender reveals were actually nudist camps.
He said he didn't know what a gender. Okay,
what he didn't know what a gender. Right.
Because that one fire, that horrible fire that started with
right.
it. Yeah, we went over that at the time. Yeah. He talked yesterday about not having kids ever, but still talking about parenting. And some of his listeners tanned his hide to say, how can you be acting like an expert? I don't know that he was acting like an expert, but he had a strong opinion about something about raising kids. And they said, you've never had kids. How can you do that? And, there's always an explanation. Well, you can be an orthopedic surgeon even if you never had a broken bone or a problem, that sort of thing. I don't think he used that as an example, but whatever. So the big news is the predictably bad reaction to the crowds were screaming for blood, and they didn't get it in Kentucky. The headline of the Detroit News: Kentucky cops spared murder and manslaughter charges. You know, I don't want to get deeply into this because it's an emotional and horrific topic. But the reality here, no one wants to hear this, but is that there were so many rumors that were fostered and festered by social media that a lot of people had a different story than the story they ended up telling from the grand jury investigation. And that is, they keep saying, we even said it in our news yesterday, they were serving a no-knock warrant, and it turns out that they had been granted a no-knock warrant, but they didn't do it. They knocked. They knocked on the door of Breonna Taylor's house, and they not only knocked on the door, they identified themselves a number of times. And the ongoing story when it gets to social media was that they didn't knock and they didn't announce they were the police, and they just burst into this apartment and killed her, Breonna. And that isn't the way it happened. It's a terrible, terrible accident, mistake, bad thing in every way, but they were at the right house. If you go to social media, they were at the wrong house. They didn't knock. They just burst in, and the guy trying to defend his house shot and hit a police officer. And then the other police returned fire, which is going to happen every time a police officer is shot. The police that are with them are going to return fire. They just did, and it's sad and it's unfortunate, and it ended up terrible for this from all indications, very nice woman who found herself in a bad situation, having had dated this.
You're hearing the Paul W. Smith Show, News Talk 760 WJR.
Talking about the story, really, of the day that I stayed up till 1 o'clock this morning trying to get all the details and the facts from Daniel Cameron, who is the Kentucky Attorney General, happens to be African American, and explained very carefully, step by step, the problems with the situation with Breonna Taylor. And it's a terrible story in every way, but I even believe that they didn't knock and that they were at the wrong house and all these other things that turned out to not be the case. They knocked, they announced their intention, they announced they were the police, and no one wants to believe the police when they say that sort of thing. Well, if they had their cameras on, there's audio, so they should have that. But they had a witness, another tenant in the apartment building, who said they could hear them knocking several times and they could hear them yelling, police, police, open up, that sort of thing. So though they had a no-knock warrant, which have now been outlawed, they didn't do it as a no-knock warrant. So, but it's ugly. And last night, how many, Dick? 2 officers? 3? How many police officers?
Two
That were shot.
They were in stable condition, but they were seriously wounded.
You know, and I keep hearing, and not that the numbers matter, except it does. The facts matter in any story. They keep saying that she was shot 8 times, but then the attorney general said 6 times. I mean, being shot once is too many times when you're not supposed to be the person getting shot. But the rhetoric that goes around with this is most unfortunate. There was a Kentucky City Council person on who said these demonstrations are all peaceful demonstrations, and we're watching cars on fire, and we're watching all this mayhem that's there. And Jessica Green, this Kentucky City Councilman, said that if Daniel Cameron wanted to indict these guys, he could have. Now, I don't know what that means. If a investigation takes place, and the investigation of how many people in a grand jury, 12, and 9 out of 12 have to agree that if the investigation didn't find cause for the charges, then they shouldn't charge the people. But as Jessica Green put it, if that Attorney General Daniel Cameron wanted to indict them. You can get a ham sandwich indicted if you want to. What the heck does that mean? And why does that make it like, well, he could have indicted them? I mean, you can get a ham sandwich indicted if you want to. That's not the way the law is supposed to be. Nor is the breaking into a house or knocking down a door and being shot at and being hit and then returning fire. That's not good either. So the whole thing is bad, and it's going to be a problem. As it was last night, it's going to probably be a worse problem, and I suspect it's been a problem throughout the country at various cities, and CNN couldn't have been more gleeful about that. Don Lemon was falling all over himself. We have crews around the country in case there's more violence, I hope, around the country. He didn't say I hope, but CNN just does love to show us that sort of stuff and kind of add a little fuel to the fire.
So were the police looking for Brianna's boyfriend? Is that the issue, or ex-boyfriend? Is that what the original visit was for?
Yeah, but it was her ex-boyfriend, and he was a drug dealer, and they were going to that house. They were saying that packages had been delivered there, but the Postal Service said they didn't see any unusual packages. Now, I don't know how the Postal Service knows what package is being delivered. No idea. I mean, if somebody sends packages through the mail, the Postal Service, frankly, shouldn't know what's in those packages, don't you think?
Yeah, that is unusual.
The Postal Service said, well, if we did not see any unusual packages or whatever. That's like me getting my cigars that get delivered from another country. Well, I hope
not
they don't
anymore.
Know.
Not after you've announced it this morning.
Maybe not anymore, but I hope they don't know what I'm getting in those packages. But anyway, anyone do anything special last night? Anything most enjoyable or?
Just enjoying this beautiful weather.
Walloon Lake, you got to enjoy that. And you picked the right time. It's stunningly beautiful out in the 80s.
The colors are changing. I would recommend everyone pay a visit up north. The colors are spectacular. Really, really beautiful.
And the hotel you're staying at is being very careful.
Oh, yes.
With the pandemic information. And
you have to wear a mask.
Everywhere.
Very clean, very careful, yes. So no complaints about that at all.
Excellent. Yeah, you got to get out. Eventually, you have to get out. That's for sure. But you have to.
And have you been to some stores around there the last couple of days?
I went into Petoskey, but I didn't go into any stores. So
Don't you love
Are people
Petoskey?
wearing their masks?
Yes, they are wearing their masks. Definitely.
When we were up following Jamie at the Grand Traverse Resort, and we went into Traverse City just one day, I think, and people were masking up. They really were.
They seem to take it pretty seriously in these towns.
Yeah, they do. They seem to.
At the places I hang out up north, they're not wearing masks.
Well, let's face it, Dick. I'm thinking about some of those places you hang out up north. God bless you for that.
It ain't Walloon Lake.
No. It is. I'm sure it isn't. It is 5:57 at WJR.
This report is brought to you by Unbound.org. Right now, there are young people across the world facing a tough choice: continue their dream of education or drop out to help their family put food on the table. You can help change their future in a single moment. See how far your support can go at Unbound.org.
And we've got it, our WJR Traffic and Weather first. That means we've got Dana Clark.
Traffic First, sponsored by North Bloomfield Properties. If you're looking for a place to call home, let North Bloomfield Properties find the best place for you and your family. They also provide pre-screened quality tenants to their property owners. They love to match good people to good homes. Contact them today, northbloomfield.com. Good start out there, accident-free, no delays. Upcoming construction this weekend, 94 westbound and St. Clair Shores between 696 and Connor starting at Friday. All lanes will shut down. That's scheduled for 8 p.m. to reopen 5 a.m. Monday. Now, WJR Weather first from the Weather Channel, sponsored by Parkway Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. Attention new car buyers, Parkway Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram is offering huge savings on their inventory of new Ram pickups. During the Ram Power Days event, Parkway Chrysler, Dodge Jeep Ram, Hall Road, and Clinton Township. Show up, sign up, and ride. Another great fall day ahead. Partly cloudy, some peaks of sunshine later this afternoon. A high of 80 once again. Clear skies tonight, your low 55. Sunshine on Friday. And we get a redo as far as the temperature is concerned. We hit 80 once again. Clear skies, 61 degrees. I'm Dana Clark, WJR News with Dick Hafner in 2 minutes.
So one of our viewers this morning, Greg Chandler, says, good morning.
Good morning.
Greg used to be help us out here at WJR years ago. The other thing is, somebody else says that Brianna was mentioned in the warrant too. She was
really?
named.
I
don't know that for a fact.
I don't. I know that they were at the right house, but if you pay attention to the social media, they were at the wrong house. They didn't knock. All that stuff. And I gotta believe the Kentucky Attorney General Daniel Cameron. He laid it all out and did it in a very business-like way. People still don't trust anybody anymore in authority, even if it's an African American talking about a horrible situation involving African Americans. I don't know what to say about that. One of our this is actually Brian said he's actually picturing Dick Hafner at a biker bar up north. Now, can you see that?
Mm-hmm.
I can see Dick in a deep conversation about Harleys in a biker bar up north somehow. And then I can't. So Brian, that's a good it's a good thought though. I'll have that picture in my head forever. And Greg and, what a big long list. Don and Ron and Lisa. Paul's Pals here. One of you guys said that's a good name for him, Paul's Pals.
It's a great
Kathy
name.
and Carolyn and Mark and Patrick and Bill and Mike and Russ and Ann and Cindy and Bill again, Ken, Trish, Robert,
Have
Julia.
you guys, do you see
My
Trish?
goodness.
Trish says to go to the Legs Inn. Have you been to the Legs Inn?
And not that I recall.
You would love it. It is Polish food, and it is spectacular. And they're, big plates of like home cooked Polish food. Do you guys like?
You ate
that kind of thing?
Wait, did you hear, Dana? You ate that?
She didn't eat that.
Well, I went to the Legs Inn, not this time. The last time we were up
She
north.
had yogurt.
Right.
And I had a cabbage roll.
Oh, that's
It
very
was
healthy.
Spectacular.
Yeah.
But you would love this food. It's really good.
Well, this is okay. Norman's going to Torch Lake tomorrow. Can't wait. Time to get up north. And where's Trish? Okay, take a drive up M119 in Harbor Springs to Legs Inn for lunch. Stunning. Now, I bet Kim has been to Legs Inn because she used to hang out. I'm from Monroe. We did not go to Harbor Springs a lot as our place to go. But I remember Kim had gone there so often, even though she's a transplant to Michigan from New York. She used to say, at Harbor. And I go, where? We went to Harbor. And that's when I realized that those of you who go to Harbor Springs on a regular basis just call it Harbor. We're going to Harbor. Where's Harbor? Oh, Harbor Springs. Oh,
the drive on M119.
She just walked in. Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry.
Ask her about this. The drive on M119.
The drive on M119.
Probably the prettiest drive in Michigan.
Probably the prettiest drive in Michigan.
You go through a tunnel of trees.
Oh, that's nice. I like those tunnels.
You would love it. It's really a beautiful view, and you can see the water as you go along. Well worth doing. Another good Michigan thing to do. We live in
such a beautiful state.
We do.
We need to all somehow or another take time to enjoy it. There's so many advantages to Michigan overall. The beauty of fall and autumn in Michigan would be a great song as opposed to autumn in New York.
they say that people are really coming up north way more now because of the pandemic, because it's so easy to come up here and it's, good fresh air and it's beautiful. And that I guess that like the demand for cottages and homes is,
it's got to be sky high.
it would be a tough time to buy, let's put it that way.
It is a seller's market, I would think. That's for sure.
Yes.
And the beauty, too, of many of these places is, like my sister Allison has a place. Is it Goldwater? I think it's Goldwater. They just bought not too long ago. And that's her son, my nephew Jack, lives in Chicago. And it's a very easy drive from Chicago. That's kind of the advantage of many of our up north places.
Absolutely.
It is National Cherries Jubilee Day. And I love cherries of all kinds, so I love Cherries Jubilee. But I'm not likely to run into that anywhere I go as being on the menu. It's like Cherries Jubilee to me is like baked Alaska. I've only seen it on cruise ships.
Yes. I would eat it, though, if I ran into it on a menu.
Oh, well, that's good. Isn't that good, Dana? We found
that's amazing. Wow. You better write this down.
She's like Mikey. She's like Mikey. Only Mikey would eat anything. Mikey, he likes it. So I don't know where you can get Cherries Jubilee anymore.
No, I don't.
But National Cherries Jubilee Day certainly is a unique dessert.
Yeah, I don't even know if a lot of people eat Cherries Jubilee.
I mean, I don't know where you'd find it.
Dana, would you?
I would try it. I try anything once, pretty much. After that, then
Mikey.
Right. Then I make my determination.
Yeah, I don't know of a restaurant in our listeners and Paul's pals, the people watching in, also on social media, could tell us. But I can't think of any place I go ever where I would see Cherries Jubilee on the menu, or for that matter, baked Alaska. I just don't see it. We are going to deal with, although I think some people are all in on this, like Ford Motor Company, but California seeks 2035 end of gasoline autos.
Isn't that amazing?
As of 2035, they don't want to see any more gasoline automobiles sold in California.
That's incredible.
But how about this one? Berkeley becomes the first in California to ban junk food from grocery checkouts. They have a healthy checkout ordinance. So, and I just was in a Walgreens yesterday to pick something up because, I'll tell you in a minute here.
The Paul W. Smith Show, News Talk 760, WJR.
Thursday morning to you, or Friday's Eve, if you prefer. It is the 24th of September, the 268th day of 2020. There are 98 days left in the year. Make each and every day count. Each day is a gift. And, of course, this gift on Thursdays, it's Hat Thursday, Hat Day, and we all have our hats on. And the first 45 minutes of the show comes to you in every way it could possibly come to you. Via 760 on the AM dial and all the social medias where you can sneak a peek and see for yourself that none of us look at all like what you expected us to look like from hearing our voices alone. That's just the way it is. And I'm here to tell you, even in the business, I'll meet somebody that I've heard on the radio for years and I go, wow, they don't look at all like I thought they looked. And that's just the way it is. It's the way our minds work. We become the way you want us to be after you've listened to us for a while, So this is us. We're just like this. We're talking about Berkeley becoming the first in California to ban junk food from grocery checkouts with a healthy checkout ordinance. And let's face it, I was starting to say I was at Walgreens yesterday. I usually go to CVS, but I was at Walgreens, and I'll tell you why in a minute. They do put a lot of junk near the checkout.
Yeah.
But it's junk that I sometimes buy. I go, I haven't had a Reese's peanut butter cup in a long time. So that's like a sugar bomb. So not good for you. But anyway, who's had their photographs taken? I know Ann has. I have. The station is asking us all to get new whole body shots, but headshots too, I think. And so I got mine yesterday. Ann has gotten hers. Dick, Dana, have you guys?
I go today.
Okay.
Today.
You're going today too, Dick? Is that what you said?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. By the way, you didn't hear this during the news, but Brian was trying to picture you at a biker bar up north.
I've been to a few.
There it is.
Oh, boy. So yesterday I met Paul Hitzelberger of United Photo Works, and Paul was a very nice guy taking the photographs for the station pictures that they need or want. And so we were there at Startup Nation. Boy, oh boy, has Jeff Sloan built an empire.
Isn't that a beautiful facility?
He joins us every day with his special business report. But yes, Startup Nation, build your business, live your dreams. So I got to visit in person with Jeff Sloan, the founder and CEO of Startup Nation, and his wonderful assistant, Kristen. And of course, where we were getting the photographs taken were right there in some of his in his offices. He has a studio there, as we all know. Last time I was there was for the rollout of Mitch Albom's latest book, which was a while ago. Right? It was a while ago. So we were talking a little bit too about some of the things in California, like no more junk food at the checkout in Berkeley. But overall, the state seeks to end the sale of gasoline automobiles by 2035. No more gasoline
15
automobiles.
years, 15 years from now. That's very interesting.
It seemed like Ford was like supporting that. I think like they feel they're going to be ready to offer all those electric vehicles. I presume that the gasoline vehicles and diesel and whatever else will be offered elsewhere for a while, but a lot of times we end up following California. Anyone do anything yesterday or last night? Special? Nobody? Nothing? Staying home? Because we were out.
I watched The Masked Singer.
Me too,
Oh,
Dick.
no. Did you really?
They love it, Paul. These two love it.
I've never understood the attraction. It's not fair for me to judge because I've never watched it, but really, The Masked Singer, both of you, Dana.
It's good. All you have to do is watch it one time.
All right, I'll try
One
to
time.
watch it one time. The last thing I need is to be.
It's just
stuck on a
silly,
show like that.
mindless fun.
It probably takes your mind off of all the difficult things going on in the world, right?
Well, you mean the other silly, mindless things like the politics of becoming president of the United States lately?
It's probably a great break, right?
Yes.
Well, we can use that. I think they also announced, here's how. I would have been glued to the television set with, was it America's Got Talent? Picked their winner last night.
Oh, did they?
I'm going through the channels and they're right there ready to do it. And I flipped the chat. I just said, okay, well, whatever. I've been following it and I doubt it'll come up in conversation this morning. Can anyone name who won? I can't. I was right there and I didn't care enough to, in the past, I would be glued to the television to see who was going to win. Just not there for me anymore.
Yeah.
We did go. This was fabulous and I highly recommend Pernod. I remember Luciano did a great job, Luciano Del Signore, with Pernod, but it was not as readily as accepted, if you will, as the renewed Pernod is now called Casa Pernod, and it's way more relaxed instead of the formal restaurant that it started out as, and it is a hit. And we sat outside. It was a beautiful night. There were a lot of nice people that we saw there. I don't want to mention names because they have every right to be at a restaurant, but there were a number of people there that you would have known. I think I can mention this. I can say the mayor of Birmingham, my cousin, Pierre Boutros. What a nice guy he is. And boy, Birmingham is certainly very, very lucky to have a mayor like Pierre Boutros, and they're lucky to have a restaurant like Casa Pernod, and it really, really, really very, very nice. Oh, Luciano is listening. Wait a minute. Is that what this? He might be up. What is he doing up at this hour? No chef should be up at 6:13 in the morning. Nor should any talk show host. Oh, I got a couple of places. The Whitney and Hyde Park restaurant have both served Cherry's Jubilee.
Oh.
How about that? And a note too about Legs In. Food, drink, cottages, music, more. The Legs In getting some good reviews too, Annie. So, and our listener who told us about it. It is 6:13 at 760 WJR.
This report is sponsored by T-Mobile for Business.
T-Mobile Business Advantage. Right now, get up to 90 days of unlimited free on business plans when you switch. Stop by for details. Plus taxes and fees. Complete port within 60 days. Customers over 50 gigabytes per month have lower speeds during congestion. Video at 480p. Unlimited on our network. See T-Mobile.com for details.
And we're checking our WJR traffic and weather first. Dana Clark at 6:14. Dana?
Still looking good out there, Paul W. Accident free, no delays. Well, we did just pick up a delay along the Blue Water Bridge westbound. No surprise, a 15-minute backup for trucks. Traffic first sponsored by Gordon Chevrolet. Gordon Chevrolet, pull ahead your lease and take advantage of zero interest for up to 84 months or sign and drive lease program end of month deals. Open special hours is Saturday 9 to 3. Gordon Chevrolet on Ford Road, just west of Merriman in Garden City, GordonChevrolet.com. Gordon Chevrolet, find new roads. Also looking at a slow drive in Monroe, 75 southbound, stop and go between Erie Road and Summit Street. Now, WJR Weather first from the Weather Channel, sponsored by Parkway Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. Attention new car buyers, Parkway Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram is offering huge savings on their inventory of new Ram pickups during the Ram Power Days event. Parkway Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram on Hall Road in Clinton Township. Show up, sign up, and ride.
Looking at more dry pavement over the next 2 days. Temperature staying above average by almost 10 degrees. Some clouds comfortable this morning. A few clouds this afternoon near 80. Overnight tonight, 55. Suburbs down into the upper 40s in spots. Sunshine tomorrow near 80. Saturday, cloud sun 81. Dry Sunday, upper 70s. From a Weather Channel, I'm meteorologist Ray Stidgick on News Talk 760 WJR.
All right, you guys.